All right, how many more seconds for color bars?
15. 14.
15 for color bars. Ready, black. White on set. Prepare intro music. All right.
Tennis black.
All right.
5, 4,
Ready, black.
3, 2,
Take
1.
black.
10 slate.
10 to slate. Cool. Can you ready slate?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take slate.
10 opening graphic.
All right, prepare. Ready, opening graphic. Ready, opening graphic.
5,
Sound.
4,
All right,
3,
play opening graphic
2,
on 3, 2,
1.
1. Play opening graphic. Cut to.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Philip
three.
and welcome to our show.
Cut to 3.
Today we have two guests that both need some help with their mother and son
Ready,
relationship. We have single mother Miranda and her troubled son Chris. Before we start,
Ready,
we're going to show you a
ready,
clip.
Stop. Ready, CG2. Take.
So he's very disruptive. He has no care, no respect for anything or anyone or the environment in which we live in. He doesn't come home. He doesn't go to school. He's constantly in and out of juvenile. You name it, that's Chris.
Because she didn't get me McDonald's when I told her I was hungry. These are the only options I have left, is to come on the show, make some money, and get out of here.
Take 2.
When
Ready,
we get
commercial
back,
2.
we'll
Ready,
hear from
commercial
troubled
1.
mother
Ready,
Miranda.
first
We'll be
commercial.
right back.
Take commercial 1.
Some people move on, but not us. Not us. On April 26th,
Under different circumstances, this would be totally awesome.
summer begins.
It's time to live up to our name.
This is our Hail Mary. With the end game.
You know your teams, you know your missions.
Look out for each other.
Oh, God.
What's up, regular size man?
Avengers Endgame. Rated PG-13. Tickets on sale now.
Q-Town.
Welcome back. With us today is troubled mother Miranda, whose son Chris keeps getting into trouble.
Ready, stop.
Let's take a look.
Take shot. Ready, take CG2. Q-Town.
So first and foremost, Miranda, how did it get this far?
Ready, camera 1, take 1.
I think that
Take
when
one.
I got a divorce,
Ready, 3.
he just went all over the place. And then he watched his father be physically and emotionally
Take
and
one.
psychologically abusive.
Really? So, at the age of
take two.
12, Chris
Camera
stole
1,
your
zoom
Jeep
in,
and crashed it on the
pan
highway.
to the left.
Now, how in the world did we get
zoom
there?
in.
You
Take
know,
1.
Chris has always been
Take 1.
sneaky,
Take 1.
sneaky, very sneaky, and he's always been known to steal.
Oh,
You know,
really?
in the midnight hour, every hour on the dot,
Take
he's
3.
gonna steal. So he most likely got out of my purse.
Take
He'll
1.
watch you. You know, he has all these, you know, criminal instincts,
Ready,
if you ask
take
me.
Really? So, what did you do to Chris when all this happened? Like, did you
Ready.
upside the head, or what did you do?
Well, I called the police on him myself, and I filed
Oh,
charges. That's
really?
number one. And then I did a night raid. I waited till you went to sleep, and you just pull the covers off,
Yeah.
and you beat his
You can throw
behind.
lower third.
That's what you
Oh
do.
my goodness. So you mentioned that you and your husband are divorced. So
Yes.
when did
Lower
Chris
third.
actually stop seeing his
Ready, 3,
father?
take 3.
You know,
Ready, one, take 1.
actually right away, because he
Right
would
away?
make promises that he was going to come get him, and
So
he never
he's one
showed
of those
up.
deadbeat
Yeah,
dads,
and,
and he just really didn't
the ice cream
care.
truck
3,
broke
take 3.
down, and whatever the
Good,
case
good,
may
one,
be,
down.
all the dynamics behind that. But
Ready,
it was always a
take-
lot of
yeah, go
broken
back to 1.
promises.
Ready, 1, take 1.
Which led Chris to being very irate and disruptive and rejected. When you rejection sits, then there's these reactions that come about.
So we know Chris is bad now, but how was Chris before the split of you and your now ex-husband?
Oh, he was a sweet young boy, very caring and supportive, and he was very helpful around the house, and, you know, he was obedient, you know.
Obedient. So he seemed
Yeah.
he seemed to be a pretty good kid before then. So when Chris got into the car accident, what were you doing? Where was Mom at? How did this happen? How did your 12-year-old son somehow take your keys and go drive onto the highway? How do you let that happen?
You know, that is still an unsolved mystery there, but I was in the shower. Then I came out the shower and I seen him on TV, real life.
You saw your kid.
I almost
on
had a
TV.
heart attack. I did. And I said to myself, what the heck is going on here? You know, and then the police, shortly after, police came to the door and it was all over with.
It was all over with. So what were some pitfalls in your relationship with Chris?
Well, you know, because of his disruptive behaviors, his impulsivity, him not going to school, it caused me to have to do some things that, you know, like sending him to juvenile.
You sent your child to juvenile?
Yes. I
Is
sent him to
this just on
juvenile.
one occasion or multiple occasions?
I
or-
sent him to juvenile. I even put him in Hartgrove.
Oh,
you
my.
know, you just loony house. I put him in there
understand that.
in hopes, but they wouldn't even keep him.
They
That's
wouldn't
bad.
even
They
keep
wouldn't
him,
even
so
keep
your
him.
child is this bad.
Yes,
so
they didn't
what,
keep him.
What ways did you try to restrict Chris's bad behavior?
Well, I went before a judge, and they laid down a foundation of restrictions for him with curfews. They put a house arrest ban on.
Does he follow those?
No,
curfews?
he cut the ban off.
How in the world did he cut
And look,
the ban
they
off?
found it at the beach, North
found
Avenue
it at
Beach.
the beach.
Yeah, he'll only sit for 2 weeks, comply for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, it was done and over with, honey. He was out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we talk about all these bad memories that you've had with your son, but could you try and recall what were some of your best memories that you've had with Chris?
You know, he was always a good, student. He made good grades. It was just his behavior. So when he was involved in sports, he played soccer. He was a very good speaker. Basketball.
Seems like
when he
a
was,
pretty normal 12-year-old boy. So what is Chris now that he was not before?
He's Chucky.
He's Chucky.
Yeah, he is a demon child.
Ready to take you.
He is very impulsive, always angry, very disrespectful, very disobedient,
Yeah.
irate. He goes off on teachers. He steals, breaks into cars. I've been to court over 46 times because of Chris, because of
46
it's
times.
either. And every time I turn around, when he would go to school, my heart, I would have to take anxiety medicine because my heart, every time the phone rang, every other day.
Yeah, you just didn't know
Every
what was
other
gonna
day there
happen.
was an issue with Chris. It's not a day go by where there's not an issue with Chris.
So do you think he needs to see a counselor or anything, or what's going to be done
he needs
here?
he needs a boot camp. He needs to be in a residential program. He needs to be shipped off. He needs to be tied up. Whatever we need to do, that's what needs to happen with Chris.
So if we went counselor route,
Oh, that's
what do we think? What do you think he would find in a counselor that
No,
he can't find
no,
in you? You don't
no.
think
It's
counselor's just not going to work?
No, there's times I've had to, he jumps out the car before we get to the counselor. Or when he knows he's going to counseling, he slides out the back door.
Yeah.
So even when he was mandated to go to counseling, it was always something with him where, he disappears.
Yeah.
So it's hard getting him into a session. He would have to be confined to a session to actually get something out of the session.
So this is all just year 12. Let's jump to year 16. Chris says he is a gangbanger and he has attempted to kill over 50 people. I just don't believe that last part, because if you're killing over 50 people, your booty's going to be in prison for a long time.
Well, Chris was ruthless. He was hanging with the wrong crowd. And some of
Does he
those
still
people,
hang with the wrong
yes,
crowd?
and they are gang members, gang affiliated. There was an issue not too long ago where Chris was involved in an attempt murder.
But
And
was it for 50 people, though? Because that
no,
part I'm not
it
really
wasn't,
trying to find
I
the
think the
screw
news
here.
over-exaggerated, but I will tell you this, when I found that out, and this family lived like 2 houses down, I got in a car, we did a drive-by ourselves, and I had him kidnapped.
You had your son kidnapped.
Yes, I did. And at that time, he had a warrant. He had a warrant because he broke the ankle
You
bracelet
had your
off.
own son
Yes, I did,
kidnapped.
hon. Because nobody's going to run in my house over his
So
mess.
what'd you do? You just hired somebody to kidnap
No,
your
I
child?
got
or?
some neighborhood people, men,
Uh-huh.
you know, and we went and we found out where he was, and we got him in the car, and I drove his behind to the police station, and I said like this, hey, here he is. He has a warrant.
Oh my
Pick him
God.
up, you know, just to put him in a holding place so I can figure out what was going on because this was too much.
So why do you think he has put this label of gangbanger on himself?
Well, you know, I feel like he wants to feel connected, you know. When he was trying to do the right things, he was always picked on in the neighborhood that we
Right.
lived in. And I felt like at some point he had no other choice but to give in. And so now he's taking it to another level, if you ask me.
So what do you think we could do to pivot Chris's direction in life? How are we going to change it? Because this is the whole point you're on this show. We're going to try and come up with some solutions. So what do you think we can do?
I had one. I was going to, be on the Lifetime channel myself. I was going to lock him in the basement, just until he hit 18. I'm no
Excuse me?
lie.
You're
That's
gonna
what I was
lock your
going to
own
do.
child in the
Yes, I
basement?
would go down there, give him some food and water. That way I can make sure I have a peace of mind, and that way he won't keep getting into trouble because that's just it's just so
Now-
overwhelming.
See, that I don't really agree with that. I don't think you should lock your child in the basement. Everybody, viewers, I do not provoke any of that because I think that is the wrong way to go about it.
Wait
But
till you meet Chris.
wait till I meet
Wait
Chris.
till you meet
Well, after the break, we're gonna meet this supposed little punk kid. So after the break, we're gonna hear what Chris has to say. We'll be right back.
The world tells you to wait, that waiting is polite, and good things will just come. But if I waited to be invited in, I never would have stood out. If I waited for change to happen, I never would have made a difference. So make the first move. Don't wait to be told your place. Take it. Don't wait for people to find you. Find them. In work, in love, in life. And most of all, don't wait to be given power. Because here's what they won't tell you. We already have it.
Service?
Oui, oui, j'arrive. Excusez-moi, je suis pas prête. Si vous pouvez revenir dans 1 heure à peu près?
Oui, oui, oui.
C'est bon? Super. Merci beaucoup. Voilà. Merci, mademoiselle. Merci.
What you want, baby, I
Welcome back to the Dr. Philip Show. Today we are going to help single mother Miranda with her troubled teenager Chris.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
All right, let's skip that. Cue. Take two. Cue talent. Take two.
And with that, let's now meet this alleged
Ready, three.
gangbanger. Chris,
Cue.
come on out.
Cue talent. Cut three. Cue. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out.
Oh
Zoom
my
out.
God. All right. Well, first of all, welcome to the show. Second of all,
Ready, two, cut.
let's get these off. You're on live TV.
Hey,
Three.
No need
cut
for
that out.
those. And what is this? We do not do this. You are on live TV. See,
right,
this is
ready?
exactly what your mother's
Ready?
talking
One,
about.
take one.
You just look like a really disrespectful
take
child.
Show some respect, son.
Ready?
So,
Ready,
is
two, take two.
your name is Chris? That is correct.
Yeah,
Because it's I see here you go by Sea Dog.
Take
it's
three.
my street name.
Why
Yeah.
in the world? Why do you go by? Why do you go by that?
Everyone on the street has a street
Yeah,
name.
you just dropped.
Why do you think you were
Ready,
here
two, take
today,
two.
Chris? Or Sea
Number one,
Dog?
can you do a two-shot of
Well,
Miranda?
Because my mom,
Three, focus.
she brought me here.
Ready, two,
Yeah.
take two.
It's her,
But
it's her problem.
Three, focus.
I think this
Side,
is
can you
kind of
focus?
your problem. She's been telling me all about the bad stuff you've done. I mean, just look at this board, man.
Side, can
Claiming
you
you're a
focus?
gangbanger.
Zoom in.
How old are you
Zoom
now?
in for me.
17.
You're 17 years old.
Zoom
You've
out.
been
Good
detained
catch.
after battery
Awesome.
charges for throwing bricks at a McDonald's and a
Alright, give me
brick
some more
through your
hybrid.
ex-girlfriend's house.
Give me some more.
What in the world's got into you?
Yeah, he has domestic issues. He has drug issues. He's got school
Ready?
issues.
One, take
He's
one.
got every issue you could name in a book.
Ready, three.
Really? Okay, so we've heard from Mom. So, Chris, do you think that this is your mom's
Ready,
fault?
three. Take three.
Yeah, she put me into this. This is what she did.
Ready.
But at age 12, did you steal your mother's car and drive it onto the highway with 3 other friends?
Yeah, because I wanted to go to the mall and she wouldn't let me go to the mall.
Chris,
Ready.
you gotta understand something here. At this time, you were a 12-year-old boy. What in God's name are you doing going through Mom's purse, stealing her keys, and thinking you could just drive a car on the expressway like that? You know how much trouble
Sorry,
she probably got in for that, and how much trouble you probably got in
Ready,
for that?
one, take one. Ready, three. Take three.
She
Answer
probably
the
did get in
question.
a lot of trouble, but
Yeah, you probably got in more trouble.
Ready.
yeah, because of her. And then she goes to the police and then she brings me to the station.
I mean, what was going through your mind? Did you just think that no consequences were going to be faced for doing something like this?
Ready, three. Take
To
two.
me, you just sound like a
Number one.
stupid kid. That's what you sound like.
Something is really wrong with you. You know,
one,
I've
take
given
one.
up jobs. I've taken care of you. I fought battles with you through the school system, getting you the right counselors. I mean, do you have any remorse? Do you even care?
Take three.
Do you even care that you're here today?
Yeah, because I'm getting paid. That's the only thing I care about.
Ready, two.
I do not recall you getting paid to be on this show. Chris, the reason you're on this show is we're trying to come up with some solutions that we can better your life.
Okay.
Because the path you're going on right now, you're going to be in jail. What? How
Ready,
old are you now?
take
You're
two.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
As soon
been
as you
there,
turn
done
8,
that.
as soon as you
Ready,
turn 18,
ready,
next time you go to jail,
take three.
you're going to get tried as an adult, and you could be facing some serious
Ready,
time,
one,
man.
take
Nah, as soon as I turn 18, I'm leaving the house. I'm
Oh,
getting
you're
away from her.
You're leaving the house?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You don't go to school. You don't have a job. What are you going to do? She's tried to get you jobs before.
I'm gonna hang out with my homies. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, that's what you're going to do for a
Yeah.
living? You're going to make a living off of that. So whose fault is it for all of this, Chris? That you think it's hers,
Take one.
and you think it's his. So where are we getting wrong? Because it seems like you're getting easily triggered here. Am I correct?
Yeah, because she disrespects me.
You know what? You need to stop that. You know, you need to show some respect.
You know,
And put some respect on my name, as a matter of fact.
I mean, just look at you right now. You look terrible. You look like a stupid kid. It looks like your feelings are sunburned. Even a little tap on the back will set you off.
Yeah, because I
Would
don't
you
think-
say this makes you easily provoked to this angry behavior that you're going through right now?
Take three.
Yeah, because one of the reasons is I don't like being touched. Okay?
You don't like being touched, so
No.
that annoys you?
Yeah.
Take two.
Yeah, you like getting messed around like that?
Bro, stop.
Yeah. So, and then again, that was just all the stuff you've done at age 12. Now let's move on to age 15. Is when you allegedly smashed your mom's windshield in, and at 16 you did it again.
Take three.
Why would you do this?
She wasn't gonna bring me to McDonald's.
You were gonna smash.
Ready,
You were gonna
two,
smash your windshield because she didn't bring you to McDonald's.
Yeah, she.
And by the way, I got a $500 fine for that.
Oh, you got $500 fine.
Yes,
She's like, you're just causing trouble for everyone here, Chris. Why are you trying to justify kicking your mom's windshield? Just because she wanted to bring you to McDonald's? You don't have any food in your house?
And I'm hungry. Okay?
All right. Do you not have food in your house?
No, not really.
Yeah,
Well,
let's get
McDonald's
ready
is
for a
better than the
break.
food we have in our house.
Well, maybe you should get a job and put some
Can
food
we
on the
go
damn
to the
table
phone?
here. Do you have a job?
Next break.
No, I had one.
Well, what'd you do?
Well,
He doesn't last. Anytime someone
Yeah, just
like
go all the way down.
tells him something he's doing wrong or challenges him, he gets mad and he just quits. Oh, you know what? There was one time he was working at Arby's.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Miranda. This is great stuff I'm getting from both of you so far, but after this break, we will try and bring the son and mother together. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Make music. Go to CG2.
The world tells you to wait,
Um,
that waiting
you
is
could go.
polite,
Yeah, go.
and good things will
We
just
got
come.
9 minutes left.
Yeah,
But
go
if I
back to where you-
waited to be invited in, I never would have stood out.
I know, but
If
yeah, you can go
I
down.
waited
There's
for
only
change to
25.
happen, I never
Yeah,
would have
after
made
you-
a difference.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there
So
you go.
make the first
Stay
move.
there. It's time.
Don't wait to be told your place.
Or no, after.
Take it. Don't wait for people to
Yeah, that's
find
good.
you. Find them. In work, in love, in life. And most of all, don't wait to be given power,
Can you tell?
because here's what they
to
won't
say
tell you.
former back-
We already have it.
cut this out. Ready to cut to 2. Cue talent.
Welcome back. So let's just get right into it. So this is Chris. This is Miranda. And I'm just going to start. Chris, do you think you have a good relationship with your mom?
Ready 3, take 3.
well, not now. I had.
So you used to have a good relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
So tell us what it was like before your parents got divorced. What was the life of Chris and Miranda?
Ryan? Yes. Can
Well,
you get a
I remember her
two-shot
bringing
of
me on
Nick
nice
and Miranda?
trips. Used to go on some road trips and some vacations, and we used to bond then. And now it's just hatred, disrespect, and her way, not my way.
Not your way. So it's just why you're kind of
Takes
acting
2.
out.
Your way is destructive.
Ready 1.
What do you mean?
Ryan, steady.
Your way
Take
is
1.
costing everybody peace, time, energy, money, happiness, peace. What are you talking about?
Take 3.
Let me just ask you this. When did your parents divorce?
Take 3.
Like 8 years ago.
So when you
Take
were
2.
what? 10, 8 years old? Because I have it here that your parents got divorced when you were 8.
Take 3.
So,
So do you
Man.
think there is a family operation?
Take 2. Stay on 3.
what do you mean by that?
So, like,
Take 2.
you know what? We're just gonna jump to the next question. Do you think that you can be a better?
Take 2.
Do you think you can be a better son to Miranda, or do you think you can be a better son to Miranda, your mom? Because right now, everything I'm seeing here
Ready,
is
1,
you're just acting out. You're trying to do your own thing, but Chris, the fact of the matter is, you're too young of a kid. You're gonna throw your whole life away. You gotta listen to what your mom's saying sometimes. Let's try and get you back into school. Let's try and get you a job. Let's try and get you to graduate because, like I said before, if you don't follow this path, you're gonna end up in jail for a long time.
Good luck with that, with the job and all that. Just good luck because, like I was telling you, when he went to Arby's, they would look in the back and he would clock in and then he would steal food. And then a few minutes later,
Wow.
he's out the side of the back door. He done already left the job. What
What are
kind
you
of
doing
job?
stealing
Every
food?
time you turn around, and then he gets mad at the bosses because his check is short because he only goes in for an hour or two and he sneaks out the back door. I don't know what he does, but his mind is really messed up.
First of all, what are you doing stealing from Arby's? Don't they give you free food on your break?
Cut to 3.
No, not enough.
Not enough free food.
Yeah,
So you're
I
just
just
back.
take it.
That's not the way to go, Chris. That is not the way to go. But let's jump back a little bit here. What are some of the good memories you and your mother have had? Because we've talked about apparently all these bad ones. So
Camera 1, can you get
what are
a
some of the good ones
close-up
you got?
on Miranda?
Well,
Cut to
I remember my mom being nice to me. She used to wake
Camera
up.
1,
I
can
used to
you
wake
close
up
up on
and
Miranda?
she would give me breakfast in the morning, and that was fun. And getting breakfast in the morning, and she really, I felt like appreciated more. And now it's just
Ready 2.
yelling. She can't
Cut to
stand
1, yeah,
me,
cut to 1.
and I want to leave.
So do you blame the divorce for her acting out on you like this?
Ready 3.
At first, yeah, but now I just think it's me.
So Miranda,
I'm glad
with that
you
being said, do you think you could be a better parent to Chris?
I've done everything for that kid.
What do you think you can do to help him, though? Because this kid obviously needs some help.
What can we do to
What can
help
we
him?
do?
Can
Well,
you put him in a
he's-
home or something, a
He's
transition
not
home,
my
something?
son. I'm just here to try and give you some advice. so-
I understand that, but you have all these people, and you guys could put him in a home, a transitional home, a
Do
residential
you really
home.
think that would help him out, though?
Yes.
He's almost 18 years old. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, you know,
with the way he's acting out right
it'll
now, it looks
help
like
me.
he's just gonna try and leave.
Well, it will help me right now, because till he's 18, that stuff falls all back on me, and I need a peace of mind right now. So
I understand that. So, Chris, do you think it's easy? Do you think your mom has it easy trying to raise you? Because, hey, man, come on. What the shades
Okay.
again? This is my show. You put that away. But again, so
Take 2.
tell me here, man. Do you think it's easy being your mom?
Camera 3.
Do you think she has it easy? Because to me, she doesn't have it easy at all.
No. Well, she could.
How could she?
Take 1.
Next year when I leave, that's when
Do
the
you think
easy
she
part
really
kicks in.
wants you to leave in the condition you're in right now, though? Because, man, you're in terrible condition.
I don't care about my condition.
Ready,
I just
two.
want
Your,
to.
your life is a pile of garbage right now. You don't.
Ready,
You
three,
have
take 3.
nothing going
Don't
for
tell
you.
me. Don't tell me my life is a pile of garbage.
I mean, Chris,
Don't
look
be-
at we look at the board. It's all there for everybody to see. Your life is a pile of garbage right now. I'm sorry to say it. You got no job, no education. You're running with thugs. You're selling drugs. Yeah, we didn't even get into that.
yeah, the
when I was reading my
drugs,
notes
and
beforehand,
and he robs people.
he robs people.
It's just ridiculous. You know, I'm just so disgusted to even have a son that does these things. I mean, it's horrible. And I really wish he'd get his act together, because if he doesn't, he not only be in jail, but he could be killed.
He could be killed. So you're telling me that is not a pile of garbage lifestyle right there? You think the life you're living right now is a quality life?
It's better than what I probably would have now.
Ready.
Well,
Well, how is running on the streets with thugs trying to sell drugs and everything? How is that a quality style of life?
you see, my friends, they care about me. She doesn't.
The devil is a liar. That is not true. I have been here for you. You are so ungrateful.
You know what she likes-
Seriously, you are so ungrateful.
Take 3.
You know what you like to do? You like to put things and you like to put them in a blender and just mix it up and then throw it back at me. Like I did it.
one,
It's
can
my
you
fault.
zoom out?
It's your fault.
If you wouldn't be doing what you were doing, then we wouldn't be even on this stage right now. How about that?
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, zoom in a little bit more.
Some
Take 3.
of it.
All right, so with all that,
good, that's good,
what is going to be done here, guys? Because I feel like we're getting really nowhere right now.
You're going to ship them away.
I'm going to ship him away. I technically really don't have the power to do that. We don't want to put him in a home, because I feel like if we put him in a transition home, he's just going to act out. He's not going to talk to anybody. He's not going to make any friends. And the friends he will make, they're probably going to be like him.
So you guys want him to come back home and terrorize me?
Well, I think something's got to change.
I think not.
I think something's got to change.
Yeah, that's what I came here for, because I do not want him coming back home with me like that. I can tell you that now.
Do you think a transition home is the best thing for you?
No. If I go in there, I'm gonna bust out.
So why would we want to send him if he already thinks he's going to bust out?
I do
Because
not
I
want
don't
him.
personally know how good of people they got in these transition homes. I'm just trying to hear. I'm trying to give you guys some tips. So what you guys need to do, you guys just need to sit down. You really just need to work this out, because he's almost an adult, and really when he becomes an adult, there's really nothing much else you can do for him. You're on your own, kid.
Yeah.
Ready, 2.
So you guys really need to just sit down.
Anyone want to adopt a problem child?
Ready, 3. Take 3.
We do not give away kids.
Take
on
that
the-
back.
on
Don't
the
say
show
that.
here.
Take that back.
Take 3.
tell me
You
I'm
have been
adopt me.
a major pain in my thigh. I'm not going to lie.
Ready,
Chris,
3. Take 3.
What are we gonna do here? We have gotten nowhere. We're almost at the end of our show here. What's gonna be done here, guys?
Well, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go hang out with my
Oh,
friends.
you're gonna leave.
I'm gonna leave.
You're just
I'm-
gonna walk off the set right now.
Yeah, because it's my time.
You're just gonna let him walk off the set like
You know
that?
what? You need to sit your butt there.
No, I'm not.
You need to sit your butt
See,
there.
I'm not listening to her.
See how this is right here? And you wonder why?
You gonna go get
You
pick
know,
that up?
I'm having the problems I have with him. Look at him.
Camera 3.
You're just gonna walk up.
Track 'em.
You're just gonna leave your mom here. Nothing's
I'm
gonna get
going.
solved at all. Where are you going?
Take 2.
Where are you going?
Boy, get your damn butt back here.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not playing with
What's
you.
going
Get
on
out
here?
of
This does not happen on my show. What in the world? All right, well, obviously this is a family that I can no longer help. This is probably the worst family I've ever had. So thank you for watching our show. I'm Dr. Philip. Have a great day, and maybe next time we'll get a family I can actually
Take
help.
credit.